So today we're going to talk about different biofeedback machine methods. Um, Basically, the principle for biofeedback is going to be similar across the board. You're sending signals into the body because you're hoping to restore the cellular organ function in that location. How the machines do it can vary. So some machines are getting reading signals off the body before deciding what signals to send back in. Those machines are kind of my favorite because I think it's very important to be able to scan a body and give it what it needs rather than guessing on what you think it needs. Um, so when you are doing scanning on a body, there's a lot of different ways that machines will do this. Some of them you're going to have electrodes or sensors placed on the body, the head. Sometimes you have intracranial sensors that are used. You're going to see this in a lot of research hospitals for neuro research. You're also going to have like rods that you hold with your hands. You can have wrist straps on, electrodes, or in this case, a headset. And then there's even machines that are going to use the voice. So it's going to get a voice clip from you and read that for data to analyze it. There's other machines that are going to use the quantum field for scanning that body. And in that case, it's going to be using DNA. It's going to use DNA as like a little locator beacon to find a body and to scan it and scan that information field around the body to look at the health and wellness of that person. So you have a lot of different ways that biofeedback system will work. My biggest thing is make sure you have a way to scan. If you are using a biofeedback or some sort of therapy system that doesn't do scanning and it's just very static in the type of settings that you have on it, then just do your research and make sure that the that it's going to be a safe product. For instance, there's biophotomodulation helmets. So you can get a biophotomodulation helmet that's going to do infrared lasers into that skull, and you might have a general setting that those helmets are on of 40 hertz. And the only alteration is going to be intensity for maybe what section of the head is more intense or the overall intensity of that laser. Or you might get a helmet, like I have a helmet as well. And that helmet, I'm able to, adjust left, right brain intensity, but I can also put in other frequencies other than the 40 hertz. Or you might have, say, for instance, a vibration plate. People use vibration plates a lot for circulation and for building bone density and for lymphatic flow. So you can do your research on the vibration plates to see the range of vibration or frequencies that plate's going to operate in to make sure that maybe you can get to some of those 10 to 15 hertz frequencies that are going to build the bone density if that's your goal. So do your research with your machines. If you don't have as much flexibility, then do know what that machine can target and what its limitations and strengths are. So when you're doing these scans, you have a variety of ways to get your readings. Also, when you're administering frequencies to someone, you have a variety of ways to administer the frequencies. So frequency can travel a variety of ways. So with it, you can do light, sound, vibration, magnetic, microcurrent. You have all these ways of delivering it. Certain ways of delivering frequency are more beneficial for certain health issues. So that's where you get to know your different machines, how to apply that to the person as well, because then you have people and what do they tolerate? How do they respond to these methods? So it's nice too to have a machine where you maybe have some flexibility in the methods to administer frequency. For instance, on my NLS machine, I have the ability to do sound frequencies, right frequencies. I can do frequencies that balance out an organ, or I can take frequencies that are from a specific substance, like an herb or homeopathic. And so I'm able to really modify the different ways that I administer frequencies and the type of frequencies to a body. Or you have something like the Healy that fits in the palm of your hand, but you can administer frequencies through the quantum field. You can do it electromagnetic. You can do it with a Tesla coil. You can do it with microcurrent. So you have all these ways of administering frequencies. And when you're able to be adaptable like that, then you're able to adapt to a variety of health issues, especially when you're dealing with more sensitive groups or more complex cases. So that is kind of the rundown of frequency, the variety of ways that you can get reads off by bodies, the variety of ways you send signals in, and some of the things to look at when you're evaluating frequency machines.